County Post would like to welcome Mr. David Seal. Mr. Seal, he wears a lot of hats in Jefferson County. He is a county commissioner, he is a teacher at Jefferson County High School, but most importantly at this time of the year, he's the program director for the Night of the Patriots. Welcome, David.
Thank you, Chris. Glad to be here.
I am very excited. You're 1 year shy of your silver anniversary for Night of the Patriots, 24 years. That's a long time for a program to sustain.
That's right. This program was invented by Louis Vesser and Bill Yardley and a few other teachers almost a quarter century ago, and it's still going on.
Now, I know that November is your month, so right up front, we want to let everybody know what the date is. What is the date?
Right. This year's Night of the Patriots is November the 10th at 7 p.m.
Great, and I know that that generally it had been held in the gym, but now you guys have a new venue that you broke in last year, which I particularly am proud of. It's the James D. Swan Performing Arts Center, and last year was your first year in, so this is your sophomore year in there.
That's right.
Are you planning something new and exciting for us?
We always plan something new and exciting. The James D. Swan Performing Arts Center is not only something that our students can be proud of, it's something that every citizen in this county should be proud of, and they should come out and see it.
I know that the center seats a little more than 500. What is the center seat?
The last time I counted, it was 523. That's just a seat count that we do every time we do senior play.
And I know that to accommodate that, the numbers that come out to see your show, because your show was a big hit in Jefferson County, highly anticipated. So you guys have split up to 2 or 3 different shows. Can you tell us how that works?
That's right. That's an excellent question. We have split it up into 3 shows because when we used to produce the show with the gym, we had at times probably 2,000 people that would come out to see the show.
Right.
We cannot accommodate 2,000 people in the Performing Arts Center, so we do a show on Thursday morning for the parents at 8:45, and again, that's November 10th at 8:45. That way the parents can come out and see the program without fighting the crowds and taking the risk of not having a seat in the evening show. Of course, the evening show is at 7 p.m. after the chili supper, and that's primarily the show that we do for the veteran audience. And then Friday morning, we bring the 9th graders in and do a show specific for the 9th graders.
I think that's terrific, and I'm sure that you're full capacity at every show. So I know that for your veterans, and this is going to be very important to a lot of veterans who maybe are worried about how they're going to get seating, you have some special arrangements for veterans, right, as far as being able to accommodate them with seating.
Very much so. In fact, we reach out to the parking lot so that if anyone comes in with a disability or a wheelchair or a walker, we have a group of students that actually get them from the parking lot, from where they park, to the front doors, and then our ROTC ushers will pick up the work there at the door and get them on into the chili supper or into the Performing Arts Center to receive.
And I know that the veterans are seated a little bit earlier too, right, on that evening show. Since that is their show, you all want to make sure that the veterans get in there before the general public is allowed in.
That's right. We have seating priority for the veterans until 6:45 p.m., which is 15 minutes before the show starts.
Right.
And then after that, the general public is admitted after that time.
So just to make it clear to the general public though, the veterans take up a lot of that seating, right? So if you're in the general public and you're wanting to come see this show, and a lot of people do,
right,
you need to be there early and get yourself in line because you want to be up at the front, right?
That is correct.
And as far as the Patriot Academy goes, I know that this is a way to allow those students to see kind of what goes on at Jefferson County High School.
That's right. Dr. Walker purposely brings the Freshman Academy in so they can see the show, so they'll know what to expect once they're in high school.
Now you mentioned something about food, chili supper.
Chili supper.
So tell me about the chili supper.
Every year from 5 to 7 p.m. we have a chili supper for the veterans, and it's sponsored by area businesses. And if you want to come in and have some chili before the show, there's a lot of things for you to see in the commons area during that chili supper.
And is that open to the general public, or is it just for the veterans?
The chili supper is just for the veterans and the guests they bring in, but there's a lot of displays in the Commons area that we'd like for the general public to come in and see. If they come in early, maybe an hour before the show, there's at least an hour's worth of things for them to see in the Commons area, displays of veterans. We have an organization there that is promoting the brick sale for the memorial in Jefferson City. We have a new addition to the show this year I'll be speaking about later in the interview. So there's a lot of things to see in the Commons area prior to the show.
I know that this program encompasses more than just what happens that night. There's a lot of preparation, and there are a lot of other things that go along besides just the program that people see on the stage. Can you tell us about some of that goes on?
Yeah, what you're seeing when you see Night of the Patriots, you're seeing a 90-minute program that is basically the tip of the iceberg. The preparation for the show goes on nearly year-round, and it involves nearly 35 staff members. In fact, this year, I think the count is 35 staff members. So we work year-round on that. I'll communicate different things to the staff members that are in the performing arts and have them prepare months in advance. And then, of course, the things like the chili supper and the other things are a little bit closer in.
I know that that this year you have, as you have had in the past, you have an essay contest. You have some different things that have been put together by different organizations. Can you kind of go over that with us? What people can expect when they walk in,
Right.
and what's built up to it?
Right. Well, I'd like to speak to that, and I'd like to refer to my list if that's okay with you.
Oh yeah, that's great.
One of the things that we do every year is a veterans display in the Commons area. And as you walk in, there will be a sign-in table, and there will be the chili supper in front of you. And around the walls and on the display boards, we'll have displays of various veterans in the county. And these are displays that the students have brought in photographs and captions of different veterans. And the CTE students, under the direction of Ms. Ella Leatherwood, who are scrapbook experts, put this stuff together into a sort of a display, and those are placed on easels and boards, like I said, around the Commons area for everyone to see. That way you can see your friends and neighbors and a little bit about their military service.
That's a great way to personalize things for the students in the community.
That's right. As I said earlier, I require my students to go over and actually read those displays and look at least 5 of them every year as an assignment. Another thing that's going on in the school is the Congressional Medal of Honor and Character Development Program. And there's about 20 staff members certified to do that in the school. And that's sponsored by the Medal of Honor Society, and they provide us with materials and videos and activities that students go through to learn about patriotism. There's also the Voice of Democracy essay contest, and one of the emphasis areas that Dr. Walker has presented the faculty with is to improve writing skills. And the Voice of Democracy essay contest is one of the ways we do that. And the students write essays. I will announce the winners of the top 3 essays at Night of the Patriots, and then of course those winners will go on to the regional contest, hopefully from there on to the state contest, and then there is a national contest for that. So if they win at the national level, they get a $30,000 scholarship.
Wow.
And even at the local level, there's a few $100s in scholarships for the one that writes the top
That's
3
great.
essays. That's right. Like I said, the actual performance and the presentation is just the tip of the iceberg. We have students that are involved in the chili supper. They provide supporting roles for that. There's special needs students that work on the invitations and all the mailings that go out to different veterans. So they learn life skills and calculating skills and organizational skills just from that. So it encompasses most of the high school.
It is a real holistic performance as far as being able to involve lots of different areas of Jefferson County High School.
That's right.
Students and staff, and I think about 400 students maybe, or more. You may have more than that are involved.
Right. On the performance side, we'll have about 400. Of course, we'll add to that the number of students that work, like I said, with the chili supper and with the backstage arrangements and that sort of thing. And then you add to that all the ROTC students that are involved in helping the veterans get into the Commons area, into their seating. and the criminal justice students under the direction of Jim Potts. Once you add all those students in, you're well over 400.
I think that's wonderful, and it's a terrific way for the students to maybe have what might be their first introduction to a veteran.
Right.
And as you said, some people may not know that their next door neighbor or even their grandfather
Right.
served. I know that that you have a pretty extensive performance list going on. What can we expect new, and what's your favorite part of the performance?
Well, I can't pick favorites, Chrissy. The whole show is my favorite. I'll just give you a few examples. I'll run down my list and
Okay.
just kind of tell your audience what to expect. For example, the chorus. They're going to sing the national anthem a cappella, and then after that, they're going to explore some music from Scots Irish music, some music from World War II, some Vietnam War area music. So they're going to, even just with the chorus department, they're going to have sort of a wide range of things. Of course, we always do the service salute. I guess if you had to pin me down and ask me what my very favorite thing is about the show, I hate to pick one, but if I had to, it would probably be the service salute. Of course, we recognize and play the service song for each branch of service, and we ask our veterans to stand and return the salute when that song is being played. And it's an emotional thing for me to see the veterans in uniform stand and give that salute.
I think that a lot of people who have been to the Night of the Patriots before, I've heard a lot of people express that they found that very touching.
That's right.
It's a very touching part of the program.
Right, and we add to that the ROTC Honor Guard, and they do a commemoration every year, which you've proudly pictured in your newspaper. That commemoration is for the prisoners of war missing in action and killed in action, and they always set that to music that I feel like is appropriate, and it's one of the most moving things for veterans to see, I'm sure. Of course, we had already mentioned the dramatic reading of the Voice of Democracy essays. This year, I have added one segment to my presentation, and we will present quilts to a few veterans, and that will be done by the organization Quilts of Valor.
Oh, that's nice.
Right. So after I announce the winners of the Voice of Democracy, I'll turn the program over to the people from the Quilts of Valor, and they will make quilt presentations. And I've never seen a presentation of quilts like that, so I'm looking forward to that.
And then moving on, then you have, I guess, what you would call some of the meat of your show. You start some of the actual dramatic interpretations and performances.
That's right. I spoke to our drama teacher at the very beginning of the school year, Brian McCampbell, and I asked him to put together a show that would basically dramatize what it's like for a family of a service member who is deployed, and they're going to dramatize that idea this year. I'm not going to give all the details away, but it's going to be a really good one. Their backdrop is the Vietnam Memorial Wall, so it's going to be quite interesting to see that. The other thing that I think is just fantastic is the Patriot dance team. Normally, you're used to seeing the dance team in a football game or an event, and they do a dance routine. This year, they're doing the story of the national anthem, and I think that's fascinating, the way they put that together.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing that. And I know that, as usual, you have your flag corps, and you have your cheerleaders, but you have, a lot of students participate in this. And it always amazes me to see them moving in and out and the scenes changing. And it's a very, how long is your show total?
Like you said, the pace of the show is very quick. And one of the things that I have imposed this year are very quick transitions. And on paper, it's about an 85 or 90-minute show. We won't know exactly how long the show is because we don't know how long the veterans presentation is going to last.
Sure.
But one of the few complaints that we've ever had about the program is the length of the program. And I've gotten it down to about 90 minutes.
I think that it is one of those things that moves so quickly. There's so much action that everybody just stays involved right through. And I personally have never thought, wow, I wish it was shorter. It's a very, very good show. Is there anything else that you want to highlight out of this? I know that, you know, there's some fun stuff too. I know that the Patriots show band's going to play. You have a lot of music, a lot of dancing.
That's right. One of our surprises is a show band, and we're going to do a song from the 1970s. That's going to bring the house down. I promise you that. And I've heard it. I've heard them practice, and I know how good it is.
I want to be sure to let people know exactly one more time. I know we've already gone over it, but let's go over when the parents' performance is, when the veterans' performance is, and what time people need to be there, and the parking situation.
Great. The parents' performance is Thursday morning, November 10th, 8:45. The veterans' performance is 7 p.m. November 10th. And the 9th grade performance for the Freshman Academy is 8:45 November the 11th.
Now for the parents' performance, that's grandparents, aunts, uncles. You're basically talking about family and performers.
I should have said that. Parents' performance means families of students who are in the show.
Chili supper starts before the veterans'
That's right.
performance. About what time? 5?
Doors open at 5 o'clock.
All right. And the veterans will have the opportunity to be seated up until...
They will have seating priority until 6:45. Then it goes general admission.
Terrific. And we have parking assistance for those people who need them. David, I'm looking forward to this year's show. I thank you very much for coming. 24 years is a long time, and I think that the quality of show and performances shows what it means to you all.
And I want to thank the Jefferson County Post for all its ongoing coverage.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll see you there.
Thank you.